Good day and welcome to Don't Go to Serbia. Why don't go to Serbia? I don't know. Why don't you tell me? See, I was looking at my YouTube analytics and most of the viewers on this channel are Serb, no surprise there. However, how people find this channel is through Google features and YouTube searches most of the time, and what people search for on YouTube searches is, in fact, don't go to Serbia. I was surprised to find that, but actually if I take a look at the trawlers that feature on various people's travel videos in the Balkans, it's not that surprising that you start looking for this type of video. Anyways, don't go to Serbia. Why would you even search for that? Then you have Belgrade, Serbia, Serbia travel, Albanian DNA. What else? Sweden Corona. Well, that makes sense. Belgrade vlog makes more sense than don't go to Serbia. Or Albanian DNA for that matter. I am from Bosnia, take me to America. Remix. And they find me. Wow, they must be super disappointed. I'm sorry about that. Where do people even find these videos? Browse features, like I said, YouTube searches, makes sense. Channel pages. I mean, do these videos still... I know they had some thumbnails of these videos like a year ago. Stuck in. There I am, right next to Mila Jovovich. We go way back, she teaches me how to vibrate my lower lip and I teach her to sing. She's actually a really good singer. She's got some good tracks from the early 90s. Whoopa. Okay. Welcome to this clickbait title once yet again. Yet once again it's called in English. I haven't slept very well. That tells me that there's a great sense of, well, not just low self-esteem, but actually shame in Serbia, which, I understand, given the horrendous history that Serbia has put on to neighboring countries. Yes, I just said that. See, foreigners, when I came to Serbia, foreigners tell me, just don't bring up the K word, meaning Kosovo. I never do. Serbs do. Oh my fucking God, how Serbs bring up Kosovo and NATO. And this is not because people think this naturally. This is just something that's like triggered underneath. Every culture has this, every person has this thing that triggers them, And sometimes it's not a personal trigger, sometimes it's something that your perceived reality. Perceived reality is a reality that doesn't really make sense. It's a reality that we all know, but we can't quite understand or explain, such as when I go to a perfume store, I know exactly which perfume is for male and which is for female. Now, how do I know that? I know for a fact that everybody wants to be rich, right? Nah, it's not really true, is it? If I leave some stuff here out, everybody's gonna steal it. And that's also not true, but I certainly know this as a fact. And a lot of people think that walking out in the nighttime somehow, in the nighttime it's very dangerous to walk out because dangerous people are out in the nighttime. What? Where does that come from? Everybody just knows this. There are no statistics. There's nothing to support this claim whatsoever. And yet, we all know this. We all know that whites are better than blacks. We all know that men are better than women. We all know that older people are better than younger people. Certainly children, we're all better than children. We also know that heterosexuals are better than homosexuals, and so on and so forth. And a lot of these claims, people go, no, I don't think that. Even when I am aware that I don't actually think this, there is still this little tiny microscopic feeling in the gut. Because it's been fed to me like a mantra over and over and over again, like advertisement. This is why advertisement works, not because it's smart, but because it's repetitive. If a million people say it's true, it can't be wrong, right? And yet, at the same time, we claim that we all make our own mistakes and choices, which is complete bullcrap. There is one thing that we all people want, seeing as we are biologically a herd animal. We live in herds. Some people can manage to live individually outside and be hermits. There's an exception to every law. This foghorn is constant. Being in the herd is the most important thing. Being excluded from the herd is the worst thing that could ever possibly happen. And we are, as human beings, willing to give up our children to be in the herd. And that will be, like a dissonance between their own parental love and the will of the herd, and this will tear them apart, most likely. This herd thing is very important, and the best place to be in a herd is to be in the middle of the herd. You don't want to be a high-ranking officer that can be replaced. You want to be a leader that cannot be replaced. Or you want to be so alike everybody that you are in the middle of the herd. So you tend to adapt to whatever else is around you, whatever everybody else is doing, just because everybody else is doing it. I like beaches. Beaches are great. What's so special about beaches? Well, they are advertised. I like money, because money is great. You can buy things. When you have a lot of things, you don't feel alone because you are surrounded by so many things. Well, we all know that's not true, but we still do it because, everybody does it because it's advertised. So, having a group of nationalists, you'll follow that group until that group becomes small and indistinct. It was probably very, very popular to be a racist 80 years ago. And now, not so much, because now being rich, for instance, having money, being rich, not having a great love or something, not fortune, but being rich, having money. Why would people assume that this is what they want? Well, because it is advertised as something that will bring you into the middle of the herd. You will be safe there because everybody will look up to you. You will be valuable for the group for some reason. Everybody wants to be you, you are told. But the person who is wearing Gucci or Nike or whatever is convinced that they are perceived better, not by other people, but themselves. It's like a feedback loop. This feedback loop, to be looking at yourself, is very, very much, I believe, to be enforced by social media. Taking selfies, getting likes, getting more likes, talking about me, 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 me.